Thank you everyone for tuning in to the Urban Network podcast. Today I'm joined by Lindsay McDonnell. She's the executive director at Project Lemonade, which aims to inspire confidence and self-esteem in foster youth. They're a local nonprofit based in Portland, Oregon, and they've served over 15,000 kids in the foster care system since 2012. Lindsay, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. How are you doing today?
Thank you for having me, Hewitt. I'm doing great.
That's amazing. Yeah. So I'm curious, how would you define, or what would you say the mission of Project Lemonade is?
I mean, I think you summed it up in the first sentence, but our mission is to inspire self-esteem in foster youth. These youth have gone through so much, both before they got into care and then during their time in care. And we want to just be there as a support for them and to make them feel confident so they can succeed.
Nice. And what is your position at Project Lemonade?
So I'm an executive director, and I started out as a volunteer. We have a really strong volunteering community, and I just fell in love with the community and the mission and the youth that we were working with. And a position opened up, and I started working there in 2017.
And I'm curious, like, what drew you into to their mission and to this organization specifically?
Our founder, Rhonda Meadows, very dynamic person, and she connected me to Project Lemonade. And I just had, like I said, I had such a great experience because you're connecting. I feel like what's great about Project Lemonade is at our store, kids shop for clothes for free. It's a very positive, uplifting experience. So it's amazing to see the youth be involved, like to get to have that experience. But then as a volunteer and as a donor and as our community partners, like it's a really lovely thing to get involved in and just to really see that impact that you're making on the kids when they come and shop.
It's so positive. I've seen your Instagram, and I saw that you had Spider-Man, Black Panther, Wonder Woman come in the shop pretty recently.
We had a really fun superhero event. One of our staff, Kelly Saavedra, she kind of got inspired by the idea. A lot of superheroes have this history of, family situations that didn't work out, or they don't have parents or things, but yet they have these superpowers. So we want kids to feel like they can do anything that they want to do. And it was really meaningful to see them interact with superheroes and just how excited they were to do that. And we had so many great volunteers. Marley Joe Balloons did this amazing installation, and we had people dressed up as superheroes who were actually actors and entertainers. So they really owned it. We also had one of our interns dress up as Spider-Man, and he was amazing.
Yeah. He looked the part. He killed it. He was giving the hand fives, and
yeah, he totally owned it. It was awesome.
Yeah, that is fun. That is just so it's so empowering to be able to instill confidence or to help build confidence in foster youth. It seems so incredibly important. I think there was about 11,000 kids in the foster care system in Oregon documented last year or the previous year, and about 70% of them came into the system because of some form of neglect, or neglect was a factor for 70% of them, which is very unfortunate and definitely kind of can do the opposite of building confidence in just children or people in general.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is that, youth are coming into care from a very precarious situation. And like you said, neglect has been one of the factors for 70% of the youth, as well as other factors. So they're coming into care, and they're often removed from their homes in the middle of the night, and they don't have any belongings with them. So you think about losing your things and your things that give you your identity, your clothes, but also your family and your, house and all those things. So, that's where we want to step in and provide kids with not only clothes, but an actual shopping experience where they're showing up to a place that feels like a store. It's not, we have almost all new clothes at this point. We do, because of our donors, we're able to actually purchase clothes for the store. So we can have, Champion and Nike, and of course our community donors like Nike and others let us have great products. So when kids come and shop, they actually feel empowered and they feel like a normal kid. And, research has shown that feeling like the same level as your peers, peer connection for youth is so important for development. So when they can get that experience, we want to help them have that experience so they can succeed.
That's truly impactful. I know, sometimes I'll like buy clothes just to feel more confident. Even as like an adult, like man, like I bought this shirt recently,
Yeah.
just before this interview because I was running out of dress shirts for the podcast.
Yeah.
And I read this quote. It was actually by Blake Lively, and it said, "Confidence is the most beautiful thing you could wear."
Wow, that's a great quote. Yeah, that
Yeah.
really sums up what we believe in. And I think a lot of our community partners and volunteers and just the community, that really resonates with them because, like you said, everyone can relate to the feeling of feeling good about how you look and like, fitting into society wherever you are. So, and I think also a lot of so volunteers want to show up to be part of that. And then our community donors, like Mario's downtown, amazing clothing store, they understand that mission. A lot of our retail partners understand that mission, like Foot Locker, Nike, Adidas, other people we partner with, Hannah Anderson. So again, it's a great and relatable kind of thing to wrap around.
I'm curious also about the other programs that you offer too. So the longest one has been this retail store
Mm-hmm.
that offers free clothes for foster kids, but you also have our Project Lemonade also has an internship program and the Wish program as well. What can you tell us about those other programs?
Yeah. So in 2016, with funding from Campbell Global, we were able to start our internship program. And in our internship program, we hire foster youth that are over the age of 16 to actually work at Project Lemonade. So they are our retail interns. They're getting hands-on work experience. But in addition to that, they're getting to work in the supportive environment because for most youth, but also for youth that have been through trauma, there's a lot of skills that you need to learn to be successful in your job. So we want to give them like a soft landing for their first job, surround them with amazing people giving workshops and volunteers and, corporate connections to jobs or job training or education or things like that. So we try to wrap around them and give them a lot of support.
I saw you guys post an advertisement for an internship that you were offering, and it was for kids ranging, I think it was like 16 to 24 or maybe 18 to 24. But that shows that it's really that shows that you guys help and empower kids almost beyond childhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or being in grade school.
Yeah, totally.
So how far does that go? Like with the Wish program and the internship
Yeah.
program?
Yeah. So, I mean, our interns, the reason, again, we started the internship was because they were shopping in our store. So you're right. It kind of became this bridge. It's like kids that are shopping in the store, they love being at Project Lemonade. It's a very supportive environment. And then sometimes they'd want to volunteer and things. And that's when we kind of, the board kind of came up with this idea of the internship. But youth, they age out of the system when they're 21. But we have some of our past interns from 2016 who are over that age now, and we're still connected with them. Most of the youth are still kind of in that younger, 19 to 20 age, even our older interns. But we're able to stay connected with them. And so we do serve youth through that whole range in the foster care system, including our Wish program.
Does it mainly just help kids and youths in Oregon, or does it span further than that?
We also serve Southwest Washington, which is great. I mean, Washington has another great program called Treehouse that does a lot of clothing up in the Seattle region, but we're able to kind of serve some of those Clark County youth as well. So that's been really great. But it's amazing because, we're only in Portland, Oregon, and we're just one store, but we have youth. We actually served 28 counties last year, which is amazing and also kind of telling about the need in the community. So DHS, child welfare, they have their priority is to meet, safety needs, emotional needs of the youth. But there's a lot of resources that the community and other nonprofits really have to step in to provide those other resources. So people drive 5 hours to go to Project Lemonade.
But you guys also provide pop-up shops, right?
So we're trying a few things this year. And starting last year, especially with COVID, is we started a virtual shopping process. So kids can go online or caseworkers and they can fill out a form of what kind of clothing they want, including like their style, preferences, and then what they need. And we fill a bag for them. So it's kind of like a Stitch Fix kind of thing. And they can come pick up that bag. And then, so we're also trying now to do some shipping. So can we ship, can we serve a whole county that's further away by doing these bags? So we're going to assess that and see, because our whole goal is just to make sure we're inspiring self-esteem. So we want to make sure kids are liking what they're getting and they're fitting and all those things. So that's been exciting and fun. And then the other thing that we're trying is doing a pop-up shop. So June 4th, we're doing a pop-up shop in Marion County. We have some strong partners there, and we're gonna, do a pop-up shop and see how that goes.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
fun.
really, it makes sense, or Oregon seems like a great place to kind of develop this nonprofit, because it's there's the third highest amount of foster kids or kids in foster care in this state, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there is. And, the statistics around their success is low. 3% graduate college, a third graduate high school, which is just not acceptable. So we really need a lot more support, to support foster youth in a lot of ways. But Oregonians are very philanthropic. And there is that even some statistics around that compared to other states. So I think that, the community is ready to wrap around these youth.
So it's May, and May is National Foster Care Month, or Foster Care Awareness Month. What does Project Lemonade have planned, or are you doing any special campaigns or event coinciding with National Foster Care Month?
Yes, we are doing a digital fundraiser through our website, and our goal is to raise $25,000, and that money will support our work. But what we're highlighting through our Instagram, if you kind of follow along on our journey on Instagram, through the whole month, we're highlighting our interns and our internship program. So it's great because the interns, a lot of them are really comfortable, like getting in front of the camera and sharing what they love about the experience of being an intern, what they've learned. We went on a really great hike with the interns. We visited some job sites and things. And so we're getting to highlight that this month. So I definitely recommend following along on our social media, checking out that campaign. And if you're inspired, to donate. And if not, to think about other ways you might want to get involved.
Yeah, and I'll make sure to link to Project Lemonade's social media in the description below. But follow Project Lemonade on Instagram, Facebook, and definitely visit their website. How else can people make a contribution or support this cause through Project Lemonade?
Yeah. We do have another event. We have an annual event in September. That's a really great fundraiser. So there'll be more information on that. But of course, for people who want to get out, this fall, that could be a really fun thing to do and learn more about what we do. But of course, we also have so many other opportunities. We have, a lot of volunteering opportunities. This summer will be a great time. So basically, our volunteers come into the store and they can help youth shop for clothes. So every summer we host, tons of volunteers to kind of help with our busy season, getting kids ready for back to school. So that's a really direct way that people can volunteer. But we also have people that do, do more behind the scenes, like whether they're doing a drive for us, collecting, new socks or something, or, that's another great one for involving people's companies, in drives. And we have people that do, help with social media or graphic design or, a lot of other ways. There's our board as well. People can join our board and our committees. So there's so many ways to get involved. And I feel like our history has been very much about, the passion of the founding board and our founder and our community that really has stepped in to make this successful. So I feel like we're very welcoming, and we love to plug people into things. So I really recommend, if people want to support this mission, to reach out.
Excellent. Yeah. So, and what was your website again?
It's projectlemonadepdx.org.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Lindsay, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me. It's
Of
so
course.
great to be here.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you might want to mention about Project Lemonade before we sign off?
Well, one thing that just came to mind is that we have a match from the Mabel Clark McDonald Fund of $50,000. So if we can raise $50,000 throughout the year, that money will be matched. So every donation that you make will be basically doubled by this match, up to $50,000. So I just wanted to say that because it's a really exciting grant that we got, and we hope it inspires the community to contribute to our mission.
And such an amazing mission that is. Everyone, please go to Project Lemonade's website, see how you can get involved. Tell your friends about them. It's just so important to build confidence in just in general, and kids in foster care, as well as your colleagues. Confidence, compliments go a long way. So just make sure to be that positive impact on society. And also, thank you for tuning into the Urban Network podcast. Have a great day.